Hey guys, Greg here, also known as Afterburn, and today we're getting back into the swing of things in terms of Transformers reviews. Today is going to be the first of a 5-pack of reviews, and now that we're at the table, let's see what we've got. Today, we'll be taking a look at Slag from DX9's War in Pocket line. And this is a somewhat faithful G1 representation of Slag of the Dinobots. Or Slug, as he's now referred to. And he's really cool. He's pudgy. Very good weight to him. Very nice. I don't have any of my other little dudes around. I didn't think of grabbing any for a size comparison, but that is how he looks. Really G1 faithful. And that's cool. I mean, I'm never going to be able to afford the Iron Factory Dinobots. The first editions, not the Samurai ones. But, it is what it is. Hopefully, if people have been paying attention, Kang Toys, they did a giant Predaking. They're also doing a Dinobot combiner, and I'm probably gonna, if they do a mini version of those, I might grab that. Not for the combiner aspect, but for the Dinobots, because even in giant form, their first version of Snarl looks ridiculous. And in a good way. But yeah, here's Slag in his fat-ass 1980s Triceratops mode. Yes, he has repro labels on him. As soon as I bought the set, I bought the repro labels. Couple there. Couple there. Here on the hips, on the back here. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Little bits of color and the big ass Autobot symbol right there on the front. He's really cool. Now this came in a gift set, so I have the other 4. They will be reviewed one by one. He also comes with weaponry. Comes with an all-red, transparent version of his sword. This is just the sword I decided to put with him. I don't know if it's actually his sword. I think it might be. I might even go in and paint the handle up. There it is. I might use some black paint and do some painting right there, from this way down, just to give it some color. And he also comes with his blaster, little thing. Comes with I believe this is a 2mm peg. I'm not sure, but being G1 faithful, they do not store anywhere on him. In this mode, at least. So let's get into transformation. Move the weaponry off to the side. Transformation is very simple. First you're going to come to the tail. You're going to split it down the middle, as well as come up here to the back and split him at the sides. Pegs in very securely. You want to take it off of that peg there. You want to lift his back legs there, because you want to take this panel, which is on a double hinge right here, and you want to swing it out like that on both sides. Then you're going to swing what will be his back legs, which will be his robot mode arms, up like so, because you're going to try and get the legs unfolded. This is probably the scariest thing of this entire toy, is getting the tail on this double hinge. So you see that circle has to fit around the leg, and moving the leg and all this stuff, things flex, and I don't like it. But I can't really, beggars can't be choosers type of deal. So once it's all straightened out, you just straighten out his waist like that, leave this down for the minute, and we'll work on the legs. Now, the tail, oddly enough, becomes the feet. So, you bring the tip of the tail down, you swing the middle part of the tail up, and then you collapse the tip back in. Then you fold the entire tail piece down on this hinge and swing the whole double jointed assembly into the leg like that. Same thing over here on the left. Just you fold it on this hinge and on this hinge, sorry. You want this hinge, and then you want to turn it in on this hinge as well. In, and then tuck that in like that, and there are his legs. Now it's funny because his left leg is made of the right side of his tail and vice versa. Kind of hilarious to me, but that's just me. Pull these, move up to the upper body, pull these down, and you want to come to the sides here, and you want to unpeg the sides. They just peg in, tab, slot, they peg in like that. Take his, and you swing them out to the back like that. Take his forelimbs, his Triceratops forelimbs, they go down to his sides and tuck in behind his body. You then take what will be the chest, rotate it 180 at the ball joint, right there. Just bring the arms down, and when we bring the red bit up, tab it into the back, form his chest, like so. Come up to his lower jaw, open it. It does open normally, but for the most part stiffen up so it just hides the head, and you can actually see the back of the head in there. If yours is too tight, use something like the back end of a pair of tweezers. You can just push it down. That's only if this joint here is too tight, you can use the tweezers method. You open his mouth, drop it down onto the chest to form the chest piece, and pretty much done. All that's left is the hands, but there's nothing to grab onto. That's the one little gripe I have. There's nothing for me with my big old sausage fingers to reach in there or to flip the hands out with. So the easiest method is actually plug the weapon into the hand and bring the whole hand up. And that works like a charm. It brings it up nice and easy, so you never have to worry. And so he's holding his gun. Use the sword on the other side. Just plug it right in and turn, and there comes the hand. And as a display piece, he's done. You know, very cool, very G1 accurate. Nice red head, silver faceplate, blue visor, a little bit of silver right there in the middle of his head crest, chromed lower jaw that turns into his chest piece, and I do have the Autobot Reaper label sticker right there dead center. There's another Reaper label right here in the middle of his crotch, two more flanking it. These are Reaper labels. This one turned out a little funky, but that's okay. Yeah, it's really cool looking. I like them. I dig them. Articulation, I didn't do that in the other mode, but it's a dinosaur. It's hard to go through it. Head is on a ball joint, but it's really stiff, and I don't have tiny enough fingers to get my hand in there. So I don't know if it's going to turn. I don't think it does. Yeah, it's not turning. So head doesn't turn, but it still can like move up and down. It's kind of silly. Arms are on a universal joint, so there's a mushroom joint there, and then you have the hinge there, so you can rotate them. They can go all the way around 180 degrees. You have a bicep swivel, really tight. Love it. Elbows are the Dino Mode knees. And you have no wrist swivel, you just have the hinge from bringing it in and out of its Dino Mode resting place. Waist is a little stupid. It's super loose here. So if you're not careful, it kind of breaks the illusion. But he can limbo. He can limbo a little bit. Limbo, limbo, limbo. Anyways, legs are on a ball joint. They can go on all directions. There is a thigh swivel. Again, very tight. Knees get a little under 90 degrees, but because of how the foot's made, it's hard to make it any further. And unfortunately, the feet are done in such a way that they can only swing this way. There is no ankle tilt whatsoever, but you really don't need them at the 5.5 or the 5-inch Legend size. On my Iron Factory shelf, my Legend scale shelf, which is where everything is right now, these 5 tower over everyone. Except for Cygnus, Iron Factory Jetfire. Iron Factory Jetfire is just as big as these guys are. And it's ridiculous, and I love them. But yeah, that's Slag. He is Really cool. He's one of my favorites. This is day 1 of 5 of doing Legend Scale Dinosaurs, More in Pocket DX9 Dinobots. Let me know in the comments who you want next. Obviously, we have the remaining 4: Sludge, Snarl, Swoop, and Grimlock. I'm hoping pick one of the other 3. I want to do Grimlock last, just because he's Grimlock. But that is it. So, check out myself, check out my good friend Kev Stryker for various video game playthroughs. I will restart the Temtem playthrough at some point. But until next time, guys, stay frosty, and I'll see you later.